Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel of Singapore Living, and once again I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Today we'll be talking about a development that is going to be launched in the western region of Singapore. And more importantly, a lot of times when we talk about the western region transformation, a lot has been said, in National Day, a rally, in the news front. And this is something that's very, very interesting, and you've probably seen a lot of collaterals or videos that's been floating around in social media about this development called Sora. So today I'll be showing you a little bit of an analysis that I've done for Sora in itself, and hopefully with this video it will help you with your decision when it comes to the launch day. Okay, so let's do a deep dive. So today we'll be talking about Sora. So Sora was the former Parkview Mansions, and it's an en-bloc development. And here's the thing, amongst the development in that cluster, there are only 3 developments that's fronting the Jurong Lake Gardens, and one of them being Parkview Mansions, which is currently called Sora. It is en-bloc by Singhai as well as KSH Holdings, as Singhai will be spearheading this development. And amongst the 3 developments that are in that cluster, Sora is the biggest in terms of the land size, slightly over 191,000 square feet, but more importantly, the frontage that it has, 300 meters facing the Jurong Lake Gardens. That's something that is a bit of an interesting fact. The reason is because a lot of the developments in that cluster, they are pretty compact, or they are not having the Jurong Lake Gardens frontage. Okay, so it was en bloc in 2022, and per plot ratio about $1,023 per square foot per plot ratio. And the good thing about it is they've got a lot of planning that they have done that is in line or in tandem with the government's initiatives. Later I'll share with you a little bit more. Okay, like I was mentioning to you, there are only 3 plots fronting towards Jurong Lake Gardens. Lakeside Apartments, which was the first to be en bloc fronting the Jurong Lake Gardens, which is right now the Lake Garden Residences that has been launched last year. Parkview Mansions is over here, which is the currently called Sora, as well as Lakeside Towers that has yet to be en bloc. So these are the only 3 developments that is fronting Jurong Lake Gardens. And why this is important, the reason is because there are only 3 national gardens in Singapore, and Jurong Lake Gardens is the only one that is in the heartlands of Singapore. So again, having a development like this has got a decent view of the Jurong Lake Gardens, and this is something that will be unblocked perpetually. The reason is because the government is taking initiatives to redevelop Chinese Garden as well as the Japanese Garden to ensure that in the Western Hemisphere we have a lot of activities for families. We've got a lot of events for families, as well as being in tandem with the live, play, work initiatives that the government has for Jurong Lake Gardens. Alright, so this is how the facade would look like. Essentially there are 4 towers, total number of units 440, ranging from a 1+ study all the way to a 5-bedroom. And this is how it looks from Japanese Garden side or the Jurong Lake District side, looking across the Jurong Lake Gardens towards the development. So 2 towers in total, and you might notice that there are 2 towers that is slightly shorter as compared to the other 2. Reason is because there are design parameters that the developers had to fulfill to ensure that the facade in this cluster would look beautiful when you are across the gardens and the lake. Okay, so this is another bird's eye view of how the development would look like. So if you notice also, there is this thing called the Sky 360, which is at the top of the tower that would have a very nice view of the horizon of the whole Jurong Lake Gardens. And this is something that, being a buyer or an owner of Sora, would allow you and your guests to have this beautiful view and even host parties up above at the Sky 360. Alright, it's a full facility development, so essentially there are more than 60 facilities in Sora. And the good thing about it is the landscaping that is spearheaded by EcoPlan. It is almost 100% landscape if you were to consider the top facilities as well, because surrounding it, you've got a lot of facilities in this development that is fronting towards the Jurong Lake Gardens. Okay, so a little bit of the site plan. Like I was mentioning to you earlier, there are 440 units and 76% of the units are facing Jurong Lake Gardens. As you can see, they're all over here. Okay, these are all units that are facing towards the Jurong Lake Gardens. And essentially, if you're looking to purchase something at Sora, it'll be ideal if you were to purchase something that is lake facing compared to a non-lake facing. Reason is because you would want to buy something, I mean, you've already have a development that is fronting Jurong Lake Gardens. Why not face an alternative view? Just face the lake and then you'll have a nice perpetual unblocked view for as long as the master plan doesn't change. Okay, so again, like I was mentioning to you, more than 60 facilities. Of course, the focal point of this development would be the middle part over here, where you've got a nice 50-meter lead pool, and then you've got a family pool over at this corner, as well as a kids play area. And one thing that the landscape artist actually did well is to infuse a lot of the Asian contemporary influences in this development. Essentially, we are facing two gardens, which is Chinese garden as well as the Japanese garden. So a lot of the Asian inspired theme has been placed in this development. So I like this portion over here, which is the kids play area, and more often than not, when we have a playground in a development, it is usually a typical playground, but in Sora in itself, it's got this kind of getting lost in the woods kind of feel, which is something that the developer actually put a lot of thought to ensure that people of all ages, kids, kids towards young adults, towards our old folks, would have a kind of facility to enjoy in the whole of Sora. Okay, so unit mix and distribution, like I was mentioning to you earlier, again, we've got 440 units, which you could see the bulk of it would be the 2 bedrooms as well as the 3 bedrooms. So it's quite typical in a lot of developments in today's market, where these are the two kind of unit types that is make up the most number of units in a development. Of course, we do have a 1+ study, which we will do an analysis of all unit types moving forward. Okay, so the first unit that I'd like to share with you is, of course, the 1+ study layout. This is something that is quite interesting because there are only 36 units. However, these units are non-lake view. But that being said, I like this kind of layout, which is quite interesting because the study room is incorporated together with the master bedroom, and you could also make way for more room in the event that you don't need a study area. Essentially, if you do need a study area, then this portion here you could put on like bifold doors or sliding doors to segregate the space between the study as well as the master bedroom. This is something that is unique, and something that is quite interesting also is that you've got this door that it leads you towards the balcony from the study area. So essentially, assuming you would want this study area and you have your spouse sleeping in the master bedroom, you do not have to access here to go over to the study. You could access it from the balcony and then go towards the study. All right, 538 square feet, decent kind of size. Like I was mentioning to you, these two units, there are only 2 stacks. Sorry, this unit in particular, there are only 2 stacks. It is a non-lake facing, which is over here and over here. All right, so something that I want to touch on is rentals in the event that you're purchasing it for investment purposes. This is something that we would need to look into, especially when you're purchasing it as an investment. A reason why I want to touch on this is because if you were to purchase a 1 bedroom or a 1+ study, typically there wouldn't be any rental difference in essence, because if you were to take this development in particular, which is Lake Grande, in terms of comparison wise, there are 2 kinds of unit types, which is basically the 1 bedroom as well as the 1+ study. And if you notice as well, if I were to scoot around over on this side, the rental rates are no different. In fact, the 1+ study actually on average costs a little bit lesser. Despite the fact that you've got a study, this is something that I just want to share with you. In the event that you have a development that has got a 1 bedroom and a 1+ study, typically the rental yield wouldn't be different. Okay, and if we were to take a look at District 22 overall, these are the average pricing that we have in District 22 for a 1-bedroom rental. So it is hovering around the 3,000 plus mark. And again, if we were to compare it to a 1+ study, it is no different. All right. So this is something that I want to share with you based on a 2-bedroom compact in District 22. What is a 2-bedroom compact? A 2-bedroom compact is essentially a 2-bedroom unit with 1 bathroom. And with this, when we take a look at these 3 developments, the 2-bedroom compact commands a slightly higher premium as compared to a 1-bedroom or a 1+ study. Here's the thing. One thing about this unit type in particular, there is a possibility that you could reconfigure it into a 2-bedroom compact. Reason is because of the layout. Okay, so you could actually do it like this portion here, and then there will be a door opening over on this side, right? So this could be your 2nd bedroom. And why is it important is because if you were to market it as a 2-bedroom compact, you could possibly yield this kind of rental in the market. So this is something that's perfect, especially when you're purchasing a 1+ study in Sora. There is a possibility for you to reconfigure it into a 2-bedroom compact to make way for a higher rental yield. And this is important. Reason is because in Sora in itself, we do not have a 2-bedroom compact. Okay, we've only got a 1+ study, and the next one would be a 2-bedroom deluxe, and the 2-bedroom is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Okay, so in essence, if we were to take a look at the supply that we have in District 22, where the 1-bedroom as well as the 1+ study is concerned, we've only got 553 units that is in the market, and currently available for sale, there are only 22 units, which makes up to about 4% of the total number of units in District 22. And I can tell you the reason why. Essentially, the rental yield that these owners have or landlords have is something that is above their expectations, and that is the reason why they are not letting go of the units in the market today. But if we were to take into comparison for a location that is pretty close to us, where District 21 is concerned, at the Upper Bukit Timah area, there are about 966 units in total in terms of the supply. That being said, if we take a look into the comparison wise, this is something that is quite, there's a disparity in terms of supply. There are a lot of units available of 1-bedroom and 1+ study in District 21. And current units available is about 102 units in the market, makes up 11% of the market share in District 21. Okay, so next we'll dive into a 2-bedroom layout. This is something that's pretty interesting, especially for single purchasers or couple or small family. This is something that is a layout that you should look into. Okay, we've got type B1 as well as B2, 646 square feet as well as 667, and this is 2 units of 2 bedrooms that do not have that is a non-lake facing. Okay, and one thing I like about these 2 units is that for this unit in particular at stack 6 and stack 7, it is something that we are familiar with. We call it a dumbbell unit. There are no wasted space, and in this unit in particular, they're all usable space. And as you enter towards the unit, you've got a nice kitchen area, and then you're flanked between 2 bedrooms. And if you notice also, the common room, bedroom 2, is also an ensuite, also has an ensuite bathroom. So this is something that is also important. Reason is because when you do not have guests at home, this could possibly be like a second master bedroom or a junior master bedroom. Okay, and the other bedroom, 2-bedroom unit type, which is the B2 667 square feet. This is also something that is not common in the market. Reason is because take a look at the kitchen area. You've got a window over on this side, as well as both of the bathrooms are naturally ventilated. Again, There are two school of thoughts in terms of having a bathroom that is naturally ventilated as well as something that is mechanically ventilated. Like for example, these two bathrooms, it's mechanically ventilated as compared to this bathroom that has got a window. Reason is because if you've got a bathroom that is mechanically ventilated, you've got full privacy. So you don't have to worry about people, looking into your bathroom. Whereas this one, despite having a window, you need to possibly frost up the glass or put in blinds to ensure your privacy is not compromised. Okay, so where are these two unit types located? So essentially this is where they are located. Again, non-lake facing, so they're either facing here and facing here, or facing here and facing here. Okay, so we're moving on towards a 2+ study layout. This is the bulk of the unit type we have in this development. So I'd like to do a deep dive into this unit. Okay, there are 100 units of B3S, as well as 38 units for B4S. So this unit in particular would be the unit that we feature in the SHOWFLAT, and this is something that's again pretty important. Reason is because I love the fact that they actually incorporate the study room in the master bedroom, similar to the 1+ study that we have that I showed you guys earlier. Again, this is something that could allow you to make way for a bigger master bedroom, essentially, if you don't need the study. And one thing good about these two units, they are all lake view facing. So if you're looking to purchase a 2-bedroom and you want to have a nice view, you should choose these two unit types. Okay, the difference is that over on this end, you've got the aircon latch that is fronting towards the balcony area. So if you've got this aircon latch here, so ideally or typically this wall would be a half wall. Reason is because there would be an aircon latch here, so your view somewhat might be compromised when you're facing the lake view. But again, if we're looking to purchase a 2-bedroom that has a lake view, you should be choosing a 2+ study unit. Okay, so where are these two unit types located? They're all over here. So they're facing on this side as well as this side, this side, as well as these units here. So amongst all these 2+ studies, I think the best, if you could consider, would be these units here as well as these units here. Reason is because they're almost or they're unblocked as compared to these units here. The reason is because over here you'll still see this tower, as well as over here you'll still see this tower. Okay, next we'll look into the rental yield for a 2-bedroom versus a 2+ study, quite similar to what we see in the 1+ study that I've explained earlier. So if you're looking to purchase a 2-bedroom for an investment purpose, I think a 2+ study would not be the main choice because of the cost. And again, if we were to take a look at the rental wise, again taking into consideration Lake Grande's example, if you were to rent out a 2-bedroom versus a 2+ study, which is 818 square feet over here, you notice again the rental amount, despite the fact that they have got like a proper study area, does not differ. All right, the rental amount does not differ. That would affect your rental yield again, because the jump from a 2-bedroom to a 2+ study in Sora would possibly be a little bit on the higher side. Again, similarly to Caspian, the 2-bedroom over on this side 936 square feet versus a 2+ study 1001 square feet. Again, a proper study area does not have a significant difference in terms of the rental yield. So in short, what I want to bring forth to you is that if you're looking to purchase a 2-bedroom for investment, my suggestion is for you to look into just the 2-bedroom without the study, where this unit is concerned. All right, so you either take this unit in particular or this unit in particular. Again, it might be a non-lake view, but the rental yield that you could possibly earn would definitely be higher as compared to renting out a 2+ study because of the quantum that you purchase. Okay, So next, I just want to share with you a price strategy because as of now, we do not have any price point from the developers for Sora. We just take a Lake Garden Residences, which is a development just beside Sora, and we see how they have priced their units for a non-lake facing versus a lake facing unit. So essentially, if we were to take a look at the per square foot difference, if you were to purchase something that is on a lower floor, if you're purchasing a 2-bedroom in particular, you could purchase something on a lower floor, okay, because the price difference, the per square foot difference is about 4.67%. But if you're looking to purchase a 2+ study in Sora, and if this is the kind of pricing strategy that the developers adopt, I suggest you to take a higher floor unit if you're looking at 2+ study lake facing unit. So the per square foot difference is less than 0.5%. So this is something that you guys need to take a look at in the event that you are making a choice during the launch day on the 6th of July. Okay, so as compared to the units that we've got in this in Sora, if I've got a choice, in the event that you're price sensitive and you want to purchase a 2-bedroom for rental and investment, this would possibly be one of my choice. Reason again, I feel that if you're purchasing a non-lake facing unit, you would want to get the best. And here's the thing why I say it's the best. If you were to take a look at the facing of the unit in particular, this unit here versus this unit here, the facing is almost the same. However, the layout in itself, it is perfect, especially when you've got a corner unit, 2-bedroom unit that has got a natural ventilation in the bathroom as well as the kitchen. So this would be something that I would choose if we were to consider a 2-bedroom unit in Sora for investment. However, for own occupancy, I would possibly purchase this 2-bedroom in particular. Reason is because it is a non-lake facing. Despite the fact that it is non-lake facing, it is actually a unit that stands alone. So what I mean by stand alone, if you notice over here, it is a unit that stands alone. Okay, so you are not side by side to any other units. This is something that is quite interesting. Okay, next I'd like to touch on the 3-bedroom unit type. The 3-bedroom layouts, we've got a couple of different layouts, so please bear with me. And I just want to share with you the kind of unit types that Sora, the developer, actually put out. It is very, very practical, and it appeals to a lot of people in the market today. So for the type C1, it is 936 square feet. These units are lake view facing, and something that attracts me the most is actually this flexi room. So typically you want a study area. If you don't need this study area, this could be a storage area, and this is something that is important, especially for families in Singapore, where spaces gets a little bit smaller, and we do have a lot of storage issues. So this is something that will appeal to a lot of people. However, there are some unfavorable points about this unit as well. For example, the bathrooms are also not naturally ventilated. If you like something that's naturally ventilated, then you wouldn't have something like this. As well as the aircon latch placement, it is placed by these 2 common rooms. Okay, so again, some people do not like that idea. Some people prefer the aircon latch to be over here, but this is just the design aspect of Sora, and this is possibly attractive, especially for people who needs the 3 bedrooms but they're price sensitive. Okay, so where are they placed at? Again, this is an unblocked view. This is something that is really nice. And if you were to take a lower floor unit for this unit in particular, you've got a very nice pool view. Similarly, if you were to take a low floor unit for this unit in particular, you've got a very nice family pool view. And again, this 3-bedroom unit type would appeal to a lot of people who are price sensitive. Okay, Next, we've got type C2, 1098 square feet. We've got 4 stacks in total, 64 units in total, and this unit type would be a lake-facing unit, okay, lake view unit. So quite similar to what we've seen in the C1. However, we've got an extra yard space over here. We've got another water closet at the back of the kitchen, as well as a household shelter. All the bathrooms are also naturally ventilated, and the views for all the rooms wouldn't be blocked because the aircon latch is placed behind the unit. So this is something that appeals to some people. Again, reason is because I love the fact that they've got a nice private foyer over here. You could do some carpentry over on this side to make way for all your shoes or the kids' shoes, and then it doesn't look directly into the living dining space. And despite the fact that you've got windows over here for natural ventilation for heavy cooking in the kitchen, you've got this glass panel as well to allow natural light from the balcony to come in and make way for brightening up the kitchen area. Okay, so this is something that is very nice in terms of a family occupancy unit. And if this is something that I have yet to mention, the design for this units in all the unit types, they are designed in such a way where you could make way for a flexible space. So for example, Sora in itself is not a prefabricated development. So it is, the builders are in Nakano, Singapore, and they will build it from ground up, and there are certain walls in a unit type that could be taken down. Okay, so for example, if you want to make way for a bigger common room for your kids, you can take away this wall. If not, you want to make way for a bigger living space, this wall can be taken down. Okay, so where are these units located? Again, they're lake facing. Okay, but again, there are 2 units that is a little bit unfavorable. Reason is because this master bedroom would be jutting out towards the 5-bedroom, whereas this master bedroom would be jutting out towards the 4-bedroom unit. So in comparison to all the 4 stacks, ideally these units would be your choice pick as compared to this one over here. Okay, so type C3S and C4S, these are our 3+ study unit types. And again, one thing I like about these 3+ study is the fact that the study area is a proper room with a window as well as a proper door. So it makes way for more room essentially if the family requires a study area or an office, especially for parents who are working from home. They have this flexibility to have their own space to ensure that their work would not be affected in terms of their flexible working arrangements. Okay, so there are 4 stacks in total. Total units about 64 units, and they're all lake view facing again. So once again, the main purpose of you to purchase a unit in Sora is to target for a lake view facing. Reason is because there are no developments like this. For example, there's nothing wrong with purchasing a development in the East Coast Park area, but if you'd like something that is facing the sea, you'll be fronted by an expressway, then you have a nice sea view. Again, in comparison to the developments in the lakeside area, a lot of the times the lake view units would be fronted by an MRT track or roads before you can take a look at the lake garden. So again, there are only 3 developments that's fronting the Jurong Lake Gardens, and Sora is the biggest plot of land with a 300-meter frontage. So again, like I was mentioning to you, if you are keen to purchase a 3+ study unit or any unit in particular, target or aim for a lake view unit. All right, so where are these 3+ study unit located? Again, there are 4 stacks. They're either facing here and here, here and here again. So they're all unblocked lake view facing. Okay, and in particular for me, my favorite 3+ study unit would be this unit in particular. 20 units only available, and this unit in particular would be the unit that will be featuring at the SHOWFLAT. The reason is because the placement of the study area is actually important. Okay, so the study area has got full frontal view together with all the other bedrooms, and like I was mentioning to you earlier about the flexibility of you making this area a bigger area for hosting your guests. This wall could be taken away. So you've got somewhat like a landscape view for your living and dining space. And this is something that's pretty ideal. Again, they are all naturally ventilated for your bathroom as well as your kitchen. Your master bedroom is huge, and this is something that I've yet to mention. If you take a look at all the 3-bedroom units, the main bedroom with the attached bathroom has got this niche area, so your closet space would not be eating up into your master bedroom. Okay, so it is flush towards the wall, so you have this whole space to play around with, which is something that's really uncommon in a lot of the developments in the market today. Okay, so where are these two these unit located? They are in these two stacks, so you've got this facing as well as this facing. Again, on a lower floor you have a nice pool view. If you go on a higher floor, like I was mentioning to you earlier, it'll be ideal if you were to purchase something that is on a higher floor. You've got a nice full frontal of the Jurong Lake Gardens view. Okay, so this is my choice pick for the 3-bedroom plus study and a 3-bedroom. So again, essentially, if you require the 3 bedrooms and you're price sensitive, go for the 936 square feet. If you require a slightly bigger unit type with more storage space, then you could look at the 1098 square feet unit that has got a lake view unit. And the top pick for the 3 plus study amongst the 3 layouts that we've got, this would be it, and this one would be facing the lake view, and it will also, again, like I was mentioning to you earlier, it will be the one that we feature in the SHOWFLAT when you come and visit us. Okay, next we'll go to a 4-bedroom layout. This is something that is unique in the market today. Again, spacious development, a spacious unit type, 1528 square feet. There are only 18 units in Sora. One thing I like about it, again, is this frontage. We've got a nice wide frontage. It is slightly under 6 meters, and if we were to take into comparison with an inter-terrace house, this is as wide as it gets in terms of a frontage for a unit type. So typically for this 4-bedroom, because the 4 and 5 bedrooms would be the premium unit types that we have in Sora, they will come with a private lift. So this would be the private lift, and then you've got a nice private lift lobby. You've got dual doors over here, one that leads you towards your dry kitchen immediately. So assuming you'll be coming home from the market or you've got your delivery coming to be delivered, you can either enter from here or you can immediately enter towards over here. And then over on this side where the private lift door opens up to, you've got a nice living and dining space, and there will be a door over on this side, so your privacy wouldn't be compromised. Okay, so you've got a nice, again, walk-in closet over on this side, a master bedroom which is huge, bedroom common bedroom here, and a common bedroom on this side, as well as a junior master, perfect for 3 generational families if they were to live together in an apartment. Okay, so there's only one stack. Again, we've got a nice full frontal lake view, and this is something that would appeal to you, especially if you're purchasing a 4-bedroom, especially if you require a 4-bedroom in Sora. Okay, so this is something that I wanted to share with you in terms of the supply of 4 bedrooms in District 22. There are only 73 units of 4-bedroom that is above 1,300 square feet with a private lift. Okay, there are only 73, and where are they found? They are found in all the newer developments, Jayden as well as Lake Garden Residences. These 2 developments have yet to be ready. They will possibly be ready in 2027, thereabouts, 2026, 2027. And if you were to take a look at other developments here where Centuries is concerned, Lakefront Residences, Lakeville, they do have a 4-bedroom that's above 1,300 square feet. However, they do not have a private lift. Whether it's important or not, I think it will appeal to the masses once these development, including Sora, is being developed. When we are in the resale market, people or purchasers of 4-bedroom would look into this kind of details and whether it brings some form of luxurious feel in terms of purchasing a unit in District 22 where 4-bedroom is concerned. Okay, lastly, we'll look into a 5-bedroom layout, and this is something that's really again amazing. 1679 square feet. There are only 18 units that we have in Sora, and this is something that would appeal to bigger families. And one thing to note again, for a 5-bedroom unit in the market, you would hardly get a 5-bedroom unit in the resale market. Reason is because typically people who purchase a 5-bedroom unit would be purchasing it for their own occupancy. I have served a client recently who was looking at a 5-bedroom unit, and they were dabbling with purchasing a landed property or an apartment in a condo. The reason is because we were searching for close to 2 years, and we do not have anything that appeals to them because it hardly comes up in the market. Even if they do, then there are certain boundaries that we could not overcome. Okay, so 1679 square feet, again, a nice full frontage, wide frontage towards the Jurong Lake Gardens. You have a private lift similarly to your 4-bedroom unit, and you've got 1 bedroom here, 1 bedroom here, master bedroom, your common room here, as well as a junior master bedroom. Again, I would not emphasize enough that it is perfect for bigger families or 3-generational families. Okay, so where is this unit located? It is over here. You have a nice pool view if you were to take a lower floor unit, but if you go on a higher floor again, I can't emphasize enough again that you're purchasing a unit at Sora. You would want to purchase with a nice full frontage of Jurong Lake Gardens. Okay, so the supply of 5-bedroom at District 22 is very minimal. And if we were to take a look at these developments here, Centuries, Lakefront, Lakeville, Lake Grande, they do not, okay, so for Centuries, they do not have a 5-bedroom. However, you have 5 bedrooms here at Lakefront Residences, Lakeville, as well as Lake Grande, 35 in total, and they do not come with a private lift. And in comparison, the other development that would have a private lift is Lake Garden Residences, which is just beside us, including ours. So in total, you possibly only have 36 units when it becomes available in the market as a resale unit type. Okay, so I want to touch on about the supply of the 5-bedroom and why we focus on the 4 bedrooms and the 5 bedrooms in terms of supply and demand. Reason is because if the supply is low, this is what happens. So if we'll take a look at Treasure at Tampines, in the Tampines cluster, 5-bedroom unit types, there are only 110 units available in Treasure at Tampines. There's 5-bedroom units in East Point Green, which is slightly older. Modena, you've only got 4-bedroom, and My Manhattan in Simei, you've only got a 4-bedroom. There's no 5-bedroom units. With that, this unit type in particular becomes a sought after unit type. Reason is because if you look at the resale market, after holding on for 3 years or 4 years, in effect, these are the profits that the purchaser made after selling their unit type. Okay, so back then there were a lot of jokes in the industry saying that, oh, you're buying a unit type of 5-bedroom in Tampines at 2 million. Who are we going to sell to? There are not many $1 million HDB upgraders in Tampines, but just take a look at how much the purchaser actually purchased in Treasure at Tampines in 2024. This year, January, 2.988, slightly under 3 million. All right. And in the Marymount area, why we want to take a look at this is because there are a lot of inter-terrace houses or landed properties in Marymount that could that appeals to a lot of people. Only 39 units in Jadescape, that is a 5-bedroom, slightly over 2,000 square feet. And if we were to take a look again in the profits that they made, and you could see they purchased at 3.4, above 3 million, 3.3, 3.2, and despite the fact that the buyers actually purchased it at this price, they could very well afford and inter-terrace in the Marymount area. Okay, and these buyers thereafter who purchased from the buyers who bought at launch, they purchased at 4.5 million. So again, why I want to draw this attention to you is because there are a number of people who do not want to stay in a landed property, definitely, and they just want to stay in a big unit type that has got facilities, and they do not want to stay in a landed property. So these are the kind of buyers that we should target, or these are the kind of buyers that would want to purchase a 5-bedroom in Sora. And you could see in terms of the profits made in Jadescape. I'm not saying that Sora would definitely make this kind of profits, but I just want to show you the stats and data of how the market has been perceived, or how the market has been accepted in terms of the unit types for the 5-bedroom that is sold in the market as a resale unit after it is ready. Okay, so again, as compared earlier when I was mentioning to you about Jadescape, where a person who could jolly well purchase a landed property in the Marymount area, a Jadescape 5-bedroom sold in October 2023 at 4.55 million, and this person bought a landed property, a freehold landed property, slightly under 4.55 million in the market in November 2023. So this is quite interesting. Again, different strokes for different folks. If you would like something that is of a big unit type and it doesn't come available in the market, or it's not readily available in the market, then this is the kind of effect that we see in terms of demand and supply. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my analysis of Sora. I just want to highlight again, if you'd like more information, you could scan the QR code that is being placed over here. Our preview will be on the 22nd of June and our launch will be on the 6th of July. I really hope that you could make time to come and take a look at the SHOWFLAT. It's beautiful. It's a development that it's really sought after. There are no other developments like this in the Jurong Lake Gardens cluster. If you'd like to know more, or you'd like to have a copy of the e-brochure, do scan this QR code and I'll be hearing from you soon.